You've heard of it, haven't you? The legend of Sparta? When I was young, my father would tell me stories about it. Long ago, in ancient times, a demon rebelled against his own kind for the sake of the human race. With his sword, he shut the portal to the demonic realm and sealed the evil entities off from our human world. But since he was a demon himself, his power was also trapped on the other side. I never believed it. I thought it was just a child's fairy tale. But I discovered that this so-called legend wasn't a myth at all. Sparta existed. How do I know? Well, I met the sons of Sparta. Both of them. Though the same blood of their father flowed through their veins, the two battled each other fiercely like arch-enemies. It seemed as if they derived some sort of twisted pleasure from this brotherly fighting. But in the end, only one was left standing. Want to know the name? Devil May Cry.
What is up, my peeps? Welcome to my brand new playthrough hosted by yours truly, MrESPNozaX. And man, oh man, we are in for a treat because we are playing probably one of my favorite games of all time and everything. Welcome everyone to the Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening playthrough for the PlayStation 2, released in 2005. Developed and published by Capcom. Yes. Man, oh man. Many of you guys are wondering, why am I skipping ahead to 3 rather than not playing 1 and 2 and everything like that and stuff? Well, because much like, Street Fighter, Capcom has been known for like its weird placements on their game series' timeline. Devil May Cry 3 pretty much takes place literally, it's a prequel pretty much taking place, it's in the timeline. It's pretty much the first game on the timeline area, not the first game in general, but the first game that takes place first in the timeline and everything like that and stuff. So if you guys see me pretty much do Devil May Cry 1 and 2, like, and then 4 and 5, like, yeah, I'm gonna do it that way when it comes to these games, when it comes to Devil May Cry and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, yeah, definitely, and everything. But anyway, yeah, Devil May Cry. What is there to say? Recently there was a Netflix series that came out and everything like that and stuff, and it pretty much made me want to play the. Oh, we're doing this again. Okay, I'm gonna just skip all this. Our hero, everybody, yeah. But anyway, what is there to say about Devil May Cry? It's pretty much a devil hunter, half human, half devil, son of Hell's champion and everything like that. That Hell's champion named Sparta pretty much, rebelled against Hell and pretty much, helped humanity still keep Earth and everything like that and stuff, and pretty much split the amulet that pretty much opens the gate of Hell and everything like that, and split it into 2 parts and everything like that. Gave it to his wife so he could give it to his kids and everything like that and stuff. And of course, tragedy happened, and then pretty much, Dante's mother was killed, and yeah, and now he is here hunting the demons and everything like that and stuff. My brother? Whoa! Not my pizza! That man owes me a pizza. Big time. Oh, never mind. The pizza's safe. Can't let a good pizza go to... Oh my god. Can y'all just leave me alone so I could just eat my pizza? Y'all rude, man. Y'all don't have any respect for the fine Italian dish that is known as the pizza. Thank you. Okay. Just let me put something in the jukebox and we can get this started. Freaking, how rude are you guys? Just interrupting me while I'm over here trying to eat my pizza.
This party's getting crazy.
Let's rock, baby. Oh, it's not working. Y'all ruin my pizza and y'all ruin my jukebox. I won't have it. Y'all gonna die. Y'all gonna be sent back to where you came from. While he has a pizza in his mouth. Oh snap. Yeah, you went for the high score there. Alright, time to get in the action of Devil May Cry with Mission 1, a crazy party. Violent response to an insane caller. Yes, dude ruined my moment with my pizza and everything like that and stuff. But anyway, what is there to say about Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening? Not my first exposure to the series. That was actually part 2 and everything like that and stuff. More on that later, but anyway, I do remember renting this game a lot on Blockbuster and everything and stuff, and I just enjoyed the hell out of it. I never owned it. I never owned it and everything, but I do remember I just kept renting it until I, finally passed it and everything like that and stuff. And I really do enjoy the Devil May Cry series, one of my favorite series of all time and everything like that and stuff. And just love Dante to death, dude. Dante is a freaking incredible. Who could hate Dante? Who could hate the man? You know, I mean, that the half demon, half human, and everything like that and stuff. Like, who could hate him and everything? He's fun. He's flamboyant. He's funny and everything like that and stuff. You know, he's cocky. You know, but he backs it up definitely and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, yeah. The series has a weird timeline and everything. This is one taking place first in the timeline and everything like that. Then it's part 1, then 2, then 4, and then 5. Yeah, it's weird. Like trust me, it's definitely a weird one and everything like that. But Capcom's been known for that, especially with Street Fighter and everything. It being Alpha 1, like Street Fighter 1, then Alpha 1, then 2, then 3, Alpha 3. And everything like that. Then 2, and stuff, and then pretty much 4, and then you see where I'm going with. Oh man, definitely has that. Yeah, Capcom's been known to place their games in weird places in their timelines and everything like that and stuff. Like, I really don't understand why. I mean, there has been notable game series that have a weird timeline and everything. There's been Legend of Zelda and everything like that. There's the Metroid series and everything like that and stuff. Like, definitely weird. Like, and this game definitely is one of them, as pretty much weird, and stuff. Of course, I want to say 2012, 2013, 2014, I believe. Annotation down. There was a sort of like little like reboot. Okay, nah, you gone way too far. Who do you work for? Who's your boss? Nah, I'm about to make a complaint. You stepped on my pizza. I do not appreciate that. I'm gonna go ahead and, go over to wherever you work at and make a complaint. But anyway, that pretty much does it for the first mission. Not the episode. I know you guys were thinking, like, are you gonna end it here now? I'm like, nah, dude. This game, we are not going 20 parts. Yeah, there's a total of 20 missions and everything like that. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We ain't gonna do it for this playthrough and everything like that. Nah, these episodes are gonna be pretty long and stuff like that and stuff. So yeah. But anyway, here we are, mission 2, the blood link and everything. Still kind of into that, little, like, prologue. Like, I guess, like, little, like, yeah, still a little prologue still and everything. And this is, like, pretty much, like, the second part to that prologue and stuff. So, yeah. But anyway, there was a reboot that released called just DMC. It was literally Devil May Cry, but I think they just called it DMC. Dante didn't have the white hair and everything like that. It was like a younger Dante pretty much and stuff. It kind of, was the DMC 3 and everything. It's like they try to reboot the series and everything. But obviously it was a mess story and like the gameplay was pretty much, all right, I will say, and everything. I don't entirely hate DMC reboot. Like, honestly, like, it was okay. Like, it was an alright game and everything. I think definitely if it kind of was its own game, it would have actually been, obviously a little more fair. But still, it's just, ugh. I don't know. And then everybody branded that Dante as Dante. But thankfully, they, retconned that and everything. And, went to Devil May Cry 5. Like, nah, we're continuing the series. For where we left off and everything like that, which I was really happy about because I fucking love the Devil May Cry 5 and everything. One of my favorite games of all time as well, and stuff. Like, literally, that honestly, Devil May Cry 5 is definitely my favorite in the series and everything like that and stuff. This one being, second, obviously, and everything. This is a classic for sure. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's something about Devil May Cry 5 that looks gorgeous, all the characters look great and everything like that and stuff. Like, man, dude, like, freaking Capcom did a really, really good job. Like, I really do applaud them. And that was pretty much, a step in the right direction for Capcom because, ooh, man, those early 2010s, Capcom was just, what are you guys doing? Freaking, like, oh, man, dude. Like, Capcom was onto some weird things. But thankfully, they were like, you know what? We learned our lesson. Let's start, going into a right direction and everything like that and stuff. So, yeah. Just right off the bat right now, I am playing this on original hardware. I do have the HD collection. But I'm going to say this right now. I'm probably not a big fan of the HD collection. I really don't know. It's just weird, in my opinion. Because it's like, the brightness is kind of too bright and everything, and I don't know. I wasn't really, I just, like, it was fine, but I don't know, dude. Like, that thing was, they brightened up the brightness in that thing, and I'm just like, nah, I need my gritty DMC and everything not to be so damn bright and everything like that and stuff. Anyway, here we are with the first boss of the MC3. It is, I want to say the Grim Reaper, but not really the Grim Reaper because, it's one of those bosses where it's like, oh, it's a boss in the first level, but then they become recurring enemies in the game and everything like that. You know about those? Yeah, this is pretty much one of them and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, and stuff. But yeah, but in this playthrough, I'm be sticking with the Trickster. because because if you select the other like styles and everything like that and stuff, you don't have that ability to pretty much dash and everything. Now, I use the dash to pretty much, you know, obviously dodge, you know, enemy attacks and everything like that and stuff. But for some odd reason, it's not in the other ones, so. Man, that is one giant tower. I hate to make the comparison and everything like that and stuff, but damn, that tower definitely reminds me a lot of Tartarus from Persona 3. And it's funny enough because, you know, obviously we know that Dante made a crossover with a Atlas property called Shin Megami Tensei and everything like that and stuff. So yeah.
No doubt you've got some fun planned for me. Right, Virgil?
Big family reunion. Big family reunion indeed. Oh my god, is that a giant whale? That is one giant whale indeed. But anyway, that is it for the mission 2 and everything like that and stuff. Obviously, you know, there's a ranking system and everything and how quick you could beat the level and everything like that and stuff. I'm not gonna go for any of that. I'm not gonna. This isn't like, you know, a perfect run. This isn't like, you know, no damage run. This isn't a speed run. There's just an old ESP run, playing as a fan of the series and everything like that and stuff. So yeah. But anyway, so yeah, there was a Netflix series that recently came out, and I gotta say, I really do enjoy it and everything like that and stuff. It's really good.
Arkham. Well, doesn't it excite you? The Timon Negru has revived. The Great One, who once ruled this earth as the medium between the human world and the demon world. Isn't it a magnificent view? The greatest minds of their time, those who revered evil, constructed this glorious edifice. Now, after 2 millenniums of confinement, it can at last fulfill the purpose for which it was intended.
That's none of my concern. Did he have it?
Of course, he's taking good care of it. After all, it is the only memento left from the mother you both lost.
But he has no idea of its true power.
I found it.
All right. Now we begin Mission 3, the Devil's Tower. Yes, invade the Colossal Tower. No shape and form trying to borrow from, Tartarus from Persona 3 and everything. Like literally, like, freaking, like, it kind of, like, after playing Persona 3 and everything like that, I was like, hey, isn't that tower from Devil May Cry 3 and everything like that and stuff? Like, I think they do kind of. I don't know what year Persona 3 had came out for the PS2, but I think it was around somewhere around this time and everything. I don't know, but then like I was all like, well, Dante was in Shin Megami Tensei and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, but anyway, here we are. Pretty much new enemies that are pretty much like snipers. They freaking fire these little darts at you, and they get really annoying from like as soon as you enter the tower and everything like that. I hate these guys to freaking death. But they're annoying. They really are and everything like that. Oh, gotta watch out. Freaking that dude better, carrying a bomb. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, freaking kill your own friends, will you? I guess. But anyway, but yeah, dude. Like the Netflix series, and I'm probably gonna be one of the few that actually do like the Netflix series and everything like that. Like it's really really good. I really do like it and everything like that. Obviously, they kind of wanted to be like it kind of it's loosely based on Devil May Cry 3 and everything like that and stuff. Like there's some elements in there that is pretty much borrowed from Devil May Cry 3 in terms of the story. And then the characters as well and everything like that and stuff. And yeah, like it definitely borrows from it. They did make a few changes and everything like that. Like the White Rabbit. You're not gonna see the White Rabbit here and everything like that and stuff. You will see a character kind of similar to the White Rabbit, but definitely you won't see the White Rabbit here. Sorry, The late says the White Rabbit. Well, he ain't late because he ain't in the game, and everything like that. Ooh, a shotgun, double barrel. All right, cool. We're gonna go ahead and grab that and everything. But yeah, obviously, with Devil May Cry, in every game and everything like that, you kill a boss, and you get pretty much their weapon and everything like that and stuff. Obviously, in the series, it's kind of like that as well and everything and stuff. And pretty much, like, it's really good. I really did enjoy it. Obviously, they wanted to go with a more, a person that could kind of voice a more younger Dante. They went with, Johnny Young Bosch, who would later be voice a character in the Devil May Cry series and later on in the timeline and everything like that and stuff. Not gonna say who just yet, because that'll be a spoiler, even though I'm kind of talking about the other games and everything like that. But yeah, dude, freaking I enjoy it. I'm really glad it's getting to season 2, and we're gonna see the direction they go with and everything like that. And obviously, Evanescence did a song for them and everything like that, and in that music video for their song, they show footage of season 2 where, like, I guess Dante now rocking a more longer hair and everything. And like, dude, like, I can't wait. Like, honestly, I can't wait for season 2, because how season 1 ended and everything, it was like, wow, dude, like, I can't wait. And obviously I cannot, as a Batman fan I am, freaking Kevin Conroy definitely did a good job as the vice president in the series and everything like that. Rest in peace to Kevin Conroy. Like, man, I would have loved to see him, be more of the vice president, but obviously, he had sadly passed away. So, and that was pretty much, I think, that was like literally, I do believe, his last role ever and everything like that and stuff. So it's like, yeah, dude, like, it sucks because he did such a really good job and everything like that. And for me, it's like, I obviously Kevin Conroy's probably done other roles and everything like that and stuff, but I mostly know him for Batman. And obviously, hearing him do voice another character and everything, it's weird for me, like, because I'm like, oh, it's Batman, you know what I mean? But no, like, he voices, even though I think they kind of do make some little they do kind of make a little Batman joke in the show and everything like that and stuff. And obviously there's a character named Arkham that he says it, and I'm just like, he'd probably thinking to himself like, oh my god, you guys, like, I'm not sure if that's intentional or like, it's like, I was like, no, Mr. Conroy, it's like, it's an actual character in this in the games and everything like that. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, oh my god, dude, like, it's funny. But hey, you know, rest in peace to him. He did such a good job. If that was his last role, man, that's definitely a way to go, and everything. So yeah, I seriously don't know if he has another final role coming up or anything like that, or if he's like, or if he has like, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I want to. It sucks because, you know, I looked up to the guy because he voices my favorite superhero of all time and everything. He's literally the Batman and everything, and for him to just, it sucks, dude. It really does and everything, because man, that he was my childhood. That was my childhood right there, watching that Batman animated series, and it really sucks. But yeah. But anyway. Alright, we're about to enter the tower, everybody, but this is pretty much like a little preparation room here and everything like that and stuff, because we are about to face off against the second boss in the game and everything like that and stuff. So there's pretty much a little preparation and everything. You're getting the orbs that pretty much act as, totally forgot to say this, but yeah, the red orbs are pretty much like the currency for the game and everything like that and stuff, where pretty much you could spend on, like, you know, upgrading your weapons and everything, getting you blue orb fragment, a fragment of crystallized life force. 4 of these combine to form 1 blue orb, and 1 blue orb pretty much increases your health bar and everything like that and stuff. Green ones are to replenish your health and everything like that. And there's going to be these little statues here that pretty much require you to pretty much pull off a combo. I do believe this one you got to pull off a crazy combo and everything like that and stuff. I will say this, I'm not the best when it comes to these combos and everything like that, and stuff. I try, like, honestly, I really do try and everything, but I don't know. It's just, I really can't. Again, you know, I'm just playing this game as a fan. Like, don't hate me. You know, don't hate the playthrough and everything like that and stuff. So, you know, I love this series and everything like that. I just, you know, go from point A to point B. I kill a demon, and I'm on my way to continue on to the game and everything like that and stuff. So yeah. So anyway, damn, dude, this thing is a little persistent. Yeah, I think you got to do the. I think more than C, actually. Or is it C? I don't know. Frickin'. We're here, like, it's been a while. Like, it's been a while since I've played. There we go. I think I got to pull off a B, which is, I totally forgot what it is. And, oh shit. There we go. Blast combo. There we go. And you get a blue fragment orb and everything like that and stuff. So, yes. Alrighty, so now that we've pretty much collected stuff here, now let's go ahead and go to this guy over here, this statue and everything like that. Statue of the omnistic god by offering the demon blood can attain. Yes, so pretty much you go here to pretty much customize style, equip, item, action, guns, and yeah, this is pretty much to go to pretty much upgrade to, you know, upgrade your guns and everything. You could change your style and everything like that and stuff. Equip some, you could buy like blue orbs, green orbs, and purple orbs and everything like that and stuff. But here's pretty much the styles. There's a trickster, the sword master, which player can master different guns with gunslinger, and royal guard to minimize damage of an enemy attack. Pretty much, it's pretty much like the defensive style and everything like that and stuff. So yeah. But again, like I said in the beginning of this episode, I only gonna stick to Trickster because I, you know, want to evade the enemies and everything like that and stuff. Because with the other ones, it's weird because you don't and everything. But anyway, here's the other stuff. Here's the vital stars for green, the double star for your magic attacks and everything. Blue orbs to pretty much replenish your health. Yellow orbs is pretty much when you die, and then you could use that orb to pretty much continue from where you left off and everything, rather than just restarting a certain part in the game and everything and stuff. Holy water, pretty much you use it and it just blasts the whole screen and all the enemies die around it and everything. But here we are to pretty much, you know, upgrade your levels on your guns and everything. Obviously the trusty ebony and ivory and everything. We got the shotgun, which we recently got from the bar and everything like that and stuff. So yes, you could definitely get more weapons once the game progresses and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna be upgrading ebony of ivory, our trusty dual wielding pistols and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, and I will say though, like, man, these things cost a lot, so I definitely recommend stocking up. I definitely recommend stocking up on freaking on red orbs and everything. Sometimes I like to save them until, like, you know, I'm like you know, I complete 3 missions. I'm like, all right, time to spend something and everything like that. Or if like a palace is getting difficult, I'm like, all right, let me spend my orbs and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, and trust me when I say this, even though this boss right here coming up, not hard and everything like that, but there are other bosses that are, you know, kind of take the cake and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, but anyway, here we are, first boss battle. Obviously, look at that room, dude. Freaking big ass boss room for sure, and everything. And who is it gonna be? It is none other than, oh my god, it's Fluffy from Harry Potter. Fluffy. Oh my god, girl, I am so sorry. I'm sorry that Hagrid abandoned you and everything like that and stuff. You know, Hogwarts hasn't kind of been the same since, you know, the invasion of Hogwarts from Voldemort and everything like that. But I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you're doing well. But yeah, obviously it's the Cerberus and everything like that. The 3-headed demon dogs and everything like that and stuff. And freaking, like, man. Like, I remember playing this game. I'm just like, hey, is that 3-headed dog from Harry Potter and everything like that and stuff. Oh my gosh, dude.
It's showtime.
Yeah, buddy. It's time to face off against the... I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well, I guess while we're here, just pretty much like to kind of give you information on different enemies and pretty much on all other stuff and everything like that, especially items and everything like that. So yeah, but anyway, here we are facing off against the Cerberus. So pretty much the weak points are obviously the heads and everything like that. You want to break the ice because the ice pretty much acts as armor and everything like that. So obviously it's going to launch some ice attacks at you, so pretty much dodge them and everything like that. And you could also attack pretty much the legs and everything. You could actually get close here because the restraints that it's on and everything like that gives you pretty much, you know, free hits and everything like that. Look at that, bam! Look at that, dude. Freaking yeah. Again, not a challenging boss and everything like that. A good startup boss, but, you know, not really that hard, not that challenging and everything like that and stuff. So yeah. Now it's angry. Now it turned red. Oh, and looks like one of the heads flew off and everything like that and stuff. So yeah. But anyway, now pretty much it'll, like, once, you know, you do so good amount of damage, it'll pretty much go, and the restraints will, you know, kind of, you know, go away. So he'll pretty much go back to his position much quicker and everything like that. And obviously you could attack, you know, the other legs. I'm frozen. And pretty much we're back, everybody. Anyway, so we just gotta keep attacking it and everything like that and stuff. But can we talk about the freaking soundtrack, man? The soundtrack in this game is remarkable. It's a great soundtrack that I would hear from time to time and everything, especially during the freaking when the Netflix series came out and everything like that. Like, it's remarkable, and I really do like, you know, that some of the songs from this game are definitely in the Netflix series, along with other songs from, you know, the other games and everything like that and stuff. So yeah.
Who knows? I'm not even sure myself.
Regardless, you have proved your strength. I acknowledge your ability. Take my soul and go forth. You have my blessing.
Oh, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, kind demon dog. Oh, what is it doing? Oh my God. He's offered his soul to me, and thus we get nunchucks. Yeah. Yeah. One of my favorite weapons in the game, dude. Freaking this weapon is amazing, I will say. Really, really good. Yeah. So yeah, from time to time, you defeat a boss, you get their weapon. Certain bosses, I will say. Not all of them, but certain bosses and everything like that and stuff. So yeah. But anyway, Cerberus, a weapon of 3 interlocked rods infused with the elemental powers of ice. Yes. I will refrain myself from making any ice puns, but cannot guarantee it. But I will say, this is a really cool weapon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, that's my last one. That's my first and last one. I promise. I will refrain myself. I will refrain myself from making any ice puns. Oh my God. But anyway. Oh, who is this little lady? Who is this lady right here? Whoa. Oh, shoot. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. The infamous riding the rocket like a skateboard scene. Man, how rude. She didn't introduce me or anything like that. Who taught you manners?
This just keeps getting better and
Definitely. Wonder what's her story. But anyway, that'll pretty much do it for this episode, everybody. Yeah, that's a guarantee. Definitely guaranteed. This is definitely a guaranteed ending to the episode, everybody, and everything. Hopefully everyone enjoyed, and hopefully everyone enjoys the playthrough and everything like that, because we got a long one, I will say. But anyway, guys, this has been MrESPNozaX saying good night, good morning, good day, whatever time you are watching this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Alright, everyone, latest.